Hello Reformers and welcome back to Mountain Blade Warband. Now, when we left off, we had just taken the very last fief from the Khergit Khanate, and, well, not much has changed with the exception of the date in the bottom right. As you can see, there's actually been a lot of weeks passing by. And, well, that was mainly due to the fact that I was just waiting here, leveling up my units, just letting my trainer skill do the job. Pretty boring stuff, actually. And, yeah. So as you can see here, we have, you know, a couple of Swadians here, Saranid archers, a couple of Swadian knights as well, which is pretty okay. And, well, obviously some Saranid master archers and stuff. But as you can see, the garrison at Nara has increased exponentially. I've gone around, I've basically recruited as many Khergits as I can, because we are obviously now assimilating them into our faction. And we also have a number of regular Saranid archers, a couple of men-at-arms, a couple of Mamluks, not very many, 29 Swadian knights. I'm not entirely sure how I was able to get that many, because at one point I had, I think, was it 32? Yeah, something like that. 32 men-at-arms in my party here, and about 8 of them had leveled up into Swadian Knights, and I'm not entirely sure how that happened. The trainer skill was obviously doing a pretty good job, but nowadays it actually takes me quite a bit of time to level up a Swadian Knight, so maybe it's just that I didn't level them all up, and that multiplicative effect, you know, to do with the trainer skill and the experience shared with the party and all that sort of thing, maybe that came into effect and helped us out a little bit. But anyway, enough prattling on here. What I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be declaring war against the Saranids very, very soon. We are currently on day 548. Yeah, I told you I waited for a long time, didn't I? Yeah, I did wait for a long time, just running around, waiting at Nara, running around, waiting at Nara, and just continually recruiting units and making sure that we had a pretty decent stockpile. Because you know what's going to happen. We're going to lose a bunch. We are going to lose a bunch of units. Okay, so to begin with, what we are going to want to do against the Saranids, well, just think about it for a second. We are technically the Saranids, kind of, because we've mainly used their units. So what is their primary weakness? Well, they don't seem to have too many shields, right? Their archers don't have shields, their Mamluks tend not to use shields too often, and in general, their horsemen and, you know, their guards are actually very easy to kill in comparison to some others because of their gear being a little bit worse. But for the most part, archers are the Saranids' weakness. So what we're going to be doing is taking a bunch of master archers here. I'm actually going to swap out the knights and the skirmisher there, and there we go. Okay. So we're going to go with 29 Master Archers and 32 regular Saranid Archers. They're obviously going to level up pretty fast if we're able to deal with some Saranid vassals along the way. Now, I'm unsure what else I should take. Because on the one hand, I'd love to be able to take a full archer army to take these things, you know, because even though we're able to take it pretty easily, you know, we could just charge them with man-at-arms and Swadian knights and things like that. I actually do have, by the way, 126 Khergit Lancers. Did not level up any veteran horse archers, because for archers, we have master archers. We don't really need archers. So I personally felt like going for some cheap, replaceable cavalry very, very easily, then the Khergit Lancers are definitely going to come in handy there. So, otherwise, I am currently building... Oh, look at that. One day. Yeah. I believe it took us 32 days, 33 days in total to build this messenger post. So, yes, you can tell I've waited for a very long time. Anyway, the reason why I'm going to be declaring war against the Saranids as well is because the Nords are currently at war with them. And as far as I am aware, there are a number of vassals in this area here, because it seemed as though Aun Castle has just been taken by the Nords, so I can assume that the Saranids are probably going to go out there and try and defend it, if they are somewhat smart about things. If not, then obviously things are going to turn out a lot worse for us, but never mind. What we're going to do now with Bing Carney, which is his name, no, King Barney, we're going to go over to Aun Castle. Actually, wait a minute, I didn't even declare war against them yet. Ah, yes. Let me just do something just a little bit of a formality here and, you know, declare war against them. Oh yeah, by the way, we have a bunch of vassals waiting here for our say-so, I suppose you could, yeah, I suppose you could say, but I don't really know what to take, and I don't really want to, shall we say, decline any of these vassals, because if I do decline them, then they're going to join other factions, and as a result, things are going to get a little bit messy, you know. Oh yeah, by the way, the Khergits have been eliminated quite a while ago, actually. I think about a month ago they were eliminated, and all of the other vassals that were a part of the Khergit Khanate, they have completely disbanded and joined other factions. Most of them haven't joined us, so that's a bit of a shame, but I suppose it's okay. Not too bad. Okay, so Sultan Hakim, we're going to be declaring war against him. I wish to make war. Yes, we do. Alright, so Lord Play and Lord Druli lost a little bit of relation there with us, but that's fine. I don't really mind that too much. Alright, let's do this. Okay, so what I might actually try to do is I might try to call a campaign. What I mainly wanted to prevent by not doing that is I didn't really want all of our villages to get raided and maybe some of our weaker fiefs, because by now our AI compatriots probably should have, you know, garrisoned their, you know, prospective fiefs reasonably well. So as you can see, they have 21 Mamluks here and 32 Master Archers. The 32 Master Archers are going to be a big problem, and I do know that this is actually a siege tower, so this is going to be a bit worrisome, but this will give me a bit of time to get our vassals here. As you can see, we've already been joined by someone that has 170 and another one that has 131. Now, of course, they are going to be raiding... Ooh, okay. Sultan Hakim is here? Why is he here? I would have expected him to be fighting at the front lines with the Nords. Oh, really? They're seriously offering us a peace agreement already? Yeah, not going to be taking that right now. Sorry, Sultan. Yes, he's not going to be very happy with me, is he? No, not really. Alright, the messenger post in Nara has been completed. Now we just need to watch out for when and if they decide to siege against one of our bigger fiefs. For example, Halmar, Tolga, or Ikima. I wholeheartedly do not believe they will be taking Nara, to be honest. I mean, there's 448 units there. It's highly unlikely they'll try and take that. But we have Lord Druli and Lord Tarchius here to help us. I don't know where the other vassals are, so this is going to be amusing. But anyway, let's go in and see what we have to deal with. Oh yes, I remember this layout. I literally just almost raged when we did this originally. So anyway, let's try and get our archers in a decent position, because we want them to be able to shoot. You know, we want them to be able to shoot and do a little bit of damage here and there. I'm just going to actually tell everyone to go forward. I'm going to tell my infantry and cavalry to stand out the front there, and we're just going to get our archers. Lord Tarchius, you're already being eliminated, you fool. Yeah, I really shouldn't call him a fool, to be honest, because he did actually come and help us. So he is, you know, his act of kindness is not going to be, you know, it's not going to be wrought with me insulting him or whatever. There's way too much harshness in the world going on at the time anyway, so we should probably be a bit nicer. Shouldn't we? I mean, we should be a bit nicer to our friendly people that try and help us out a little bit. I think that's a good philosophy to live by at the very least. Okay, well, never mind. I guess we're just going to see whether the Master Archers do a good job. I mean, they surely should, right? I mean, there's nothing really preventing them from dealing a good amount. So yeah, see now this is the other main problem that I have. I don't want my own units dying. I don't want my own units dying. I don't really mind whether our vassals' units die, because they're able to replenish their ranks very, very quickly. And obviously with campaign AI being on a really high level, that is even more so. That is even more compounded, and they're just gonna, well, just gonna be ready for fighting instantly almost. Well, not instantly, but very, very quickly at the very least. So yeah, anyway, I guess I'm just gonna wait in the siege tower for it to reach the walls. You know, I'm actually pretty surprised that we've been able to take out as many units as we have. I mean, as you can see there, we've killed 33. And I was just looking at the stats here and I was just like, what? How have we been able to do that? That's pretty crazy, isn't it? But yeah, then I think to myself, yeah, we have Rodok, crossbowman. And obviously, the Saradin Master Archers, they're helping out a little bit, but for the most part, the Roddox are actually the ones that are dealing some pretty considerable damage, because they have the longevity, They have the longevity, they're not going to be, shooting off all of their arrows in under 2 seconds, are they? No. So, it's pretty cool. Also, Jeremus has managed to get a couple of kills too, so obviously that's pretty nice. There he is. He's actually been shot in the gut by the looks of things. So he's not very happy about that, and I'm not very happy about him being here. Why are you going up there? Come back down, please. There we go. Alright, Swadian Knights, you're going to switch to your two-handed weapons. I have no idea why he decided to switch to his two-handed weapon when going up here to face a bunch of archers. That sounds like a plan. Hey, everyone, let me just take away my shield and my only defense against projectile weapons. Ah, of course. Of course. Why would they decide to do that? I don't know, but we're going to try and kill that guy if I can. Yes, there we go. Fantastic. Now let's kill that guy too. Yeah, headshot. That's what you get. Oh, well. Very nice. Can I kill that guy? Yeah, I might be able to. Yeah. No. Okay, I've got one more chance. Yeah, there we go. We killed another of the Master Archers. Fantastic. Alright, so all we need to do is just basically get onto the battlements. Easier said than done, I know, but we have an overwhelming advantage, technically, and, well, the enemies theoretically should not be able to stand against us, but they are doing a pretty good job of it so far. So I suppose we need to maybe take them a little bit more seriously, but oh well, never mind. I don't really think it matters too much. I'm able to replenish my ranks pretty easily. I mean, the exception of, obviously the Master Archers. The Master Archers are pretty difficult to level up with trainer skill alone. So obviously that's a bit of a difficulty. Okay, can I, yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is nice. Now this is very nice, because now I'm able to get past these guys. I'm able to deal enough damage, hopefully, to be able to kill these Mamluks, and then as a result, we should be able to clear a bit of a space for some of our units. Hopefully I'm not going to die as a result. Come on now, don't get... Did you... Barney, really? Really? You got shot by those guys that are just poking their heads out the windows? I can't believe that. Okay, I can't believe it, really. I really can't. I mean, seriously now. I was pushed up against the wall, and Barney could still be seen by these guys? That's very unrealistic. I mean, seriously now. Most of our archers would be able to shoot those guys, no problem at all, but apparently that's just too difficult. Nah, I'm just giving them a hard time for no reason, really. I'm just venting. Anyway, let's go and build that siege tower again. Well, I thought I might cut back here, mainly due to the fact that we do have, well, as you can see, a number of pretty decent vantage points here, and I'm very much hoping that our archers will stop focusing the units with the shields. Yes, no, they are tending to focus the guys at the front instead of shooting the archers back there. But I thought this might actually be a good time for you to see my difficulty settings as well, because it's been a long time since I've shown these. I think it's been, what is it now? 50? Has it been 50 episodes so far? Is this episode 50 actually? Yes, I think it might be. So anyway, point is, episode 50 might be a good time to show you. So anyway, let's go here. And as you can see, this is basically exactly the same as it was at the very beginning. And that's what we've been playing with. And yeah. That's it. That's it. There you go. There's nothing much more to say about that, really. I mean, there have been times where I've been like, oh, I've got to reduce the damage to myself because then I want to, I want to participate in fights a little bit more, because with the, with the damage modifiers being on a higher level for myself, it means that Barney's obviously going to die much more often. And in general, that's going to result in maybe less entertainment value. I'm not entirely sure. It really depends on if you want to see him die or whether you don't. It's a kind of a mixed bag, really, because on one hand it's realistic. If I get shot in the face, then I should die from that, right? I mean, that's the thing. That's the problem with some mods, really. When you get shot in the face, or you get a thrown weapon in the face or something like that, you should expect to die, and the enemies should expect to die as well. But, you know, when that doesn't happen, obviously it's not particularly, you know, not particularly realistic. But the thing is, in native especially, you do need to take care of your HP a lot more than you would otherwise want to, really, because you really do want to get into the fight, don't you? You want to get into the fight, you want to have some fun, you want to, you know, bash some guys in the face with your mace, and, you know, do all kinds of things. But obviously with the damage modifiers on what they are at the moment, you know, it kind of eliminates most of that, which is a bit unfortunate. So who knows, maybe a little bit later on I might reduce it to half or something like that, or 3/4, or I don't even know the what is it now, the ratios anymore, because I haven't actually changed my damage modifiers for a very long time. I mean, for example, in Pendor, and maybe in things that are extremely difficult, I'm not even talking about Perisno here, because Perisno I'm playing on the exact same damage modifiers, which is, in my opinion, a bit ludicrous, because Perisno is just one of those mods where you die instantly no matter what. But anyway, point is, in Pendor, I have certainly played with much lower damage modifiers because, well, not against my own army, but against myself, because I just don't want to die that much, you know? I want to level up a little bit, have some fun, and, you know, things like that. And I felt like in Pendor it's kind of necessary to do that. It's not necessary, but for, you know, for a series, I think it really helps the entertainment value, because then I'm able to stay alive a little bit longer and we're not just watching the AI fight itself, you know? So that's primarily the reason why I'll do something like that. But for the most part, I will tell you as well if something changes. You know, I'll basically be like, hey, I changed the campaign AI, or I changed the damage modifiers, or something like that. I will let you know, so you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to, you know, comment about it or send me a message about it or anything like that, because I will let you know. I will let you know, don't worry. I have absolutely full transparency when it comes to what I'm currently playing on, because I know that most of you do like to, you know, some of you do like to actually play along with me, and that's really cool in my opinion. I actually like that. So, yeah, for those of you that are playing along, yeah, those are my settings. But anyway, the point is also, I do have to stress that you do not have to play on the same settings that I'm playing on, and I highly recommend that you just play on settings that you actually find fun, because at some points, playing on higher difficulties, it can just get frustrating and tedious and a bit annoying, and that kind of eliminates all the fun, doesn't it? Kind of eliminates all the fun, and you kind of then just think of it more as a grind more than anything. And I've had those moments, you know, I talked about that in one of the previous episodes, and you know, it's important that you always balance it nicely. You know, you don't want to be left in a situation where you're, you know, where one of your games that you're playing is just turning into something that's just unfun. And I mean, that's the point of games, isn't it? The point of games is not to, you know, see it as a chore or anything like that. It's to see it as fun and enjoyable and things like that. So obviously you do have to take that into account. So if you do find it fun to play on lower difficulties or even higher difficulties, because there is, you know, certainly higher, you know, settings to use than what I'm using. You know, you can increase your combat speed, you can turn on manual blocking and things like that if you so desire. And, you know, that's all your choice. You know, it's all a choice that you can make if you want. Anyway, there you go. We lost a couple of Master Archers, but it's not really a big deal. And I don't even want to take these. I mean, look at my money right now. It's just absolutely crazy. I'm gaining, I think, about 18 to 20,000 dinars per week. So that's the reason for the amazing amount of money right there. And is there anything else? No. Nothing else. Thank you. Alright, so this is Aun Castle. I'm probably going to give this to Lord Drewley. Should I? I mean, he already has a town, so it's not really necessary. Maybe I should give it to Lord Play. No. I think I'm going to give it to Drewley because he doesn't have a castle. So we're going to give it to him. Lord Tarchius has gone down a little bit. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Alright, so yeah, Lord Drewley also helped us out here, so I think that's a pretty worthwhile thing. He actually got himself killed as well, so I suppose it's pretty good that we gave him a little reward for that. I think that's quite nice. Anyway, we did actually level up, which is fantastic. So I suppose we could just take a look and see what we can spec into. I think, well, it seemed like we were going for agility here. So I suppose I should just go for another point in agility, maybe another point in riding skill. Maybe we'll be able to get a better horse now, which would be quite nice. Maybe an armored horse or something like that. Can I actually... I don't have any armored horses at the moment, but I suppose we're going to try and find one. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.